Famed in U.S. folklore are the legends of New York's Hudson River Valley, the Rip Van Winkle country. Even today, when there is thunder in the Catskills, villagers say that it is Henry Hudson's ghostly crew playing at phantom ninepin. But as fabulous as its ancient folklore is the Rip Van Winkle country's legend of 1938. First portents of this new legend were mysterious signs, crude against the landscape. Who had placed them there, what they meant, no one knew. And then on the veranda at Crum one of the oldest and proudest estates on the Hudson, strangers appeared, whose voices, it is said, sometimes floated across the river to Crum neighboring estate, the ancestral home of a substantial old Dutch family, the Franklin Roosevelts. In New York's Harlem, the new squire of Crum is better known as Father Divine, whose thousands of followers loudly hail him as God on earth, whose heavens quake with the worship of his flock. Number 1 Heaven, Father Divine's capital and executive mansion, is at 123rd Street and Lenox Avenue. It houses the Father himself and his cabinet of angels and archangels. Day or night, Father Divine is in touch with his executive secretaries. And whenever the Spirit moves him, he is able to chat with his flock.
Peace, everyone. Everybody happy? So am I. Are you in the dining room? And kitchen? I'm right here.
Only on rare occasions does Father Divine hold a press conference.
I did not and do not and will not receive compensation, remuneration, love offerings, donations, or anything of that sort for my spiritual work and activities from any individual. I'm a free gift to the world, gratis to mankind.
Fearful of being quoted, Father Divine edits his own newspaper, The New Day, which carries the advertising of divine-approved enterprises entitled to display the divine slogans, peace, and thank you, Father. In his scores of branch heavens, followers pay but $2 for a whole week's lodging. But Father Divine is chiefly celebrated for the unfailing regularity with which he feeds his flock. Twice a day for the past 15 years, he has provided his co-workers with sumptuous free meals, evangelical banquets topped off with his magic voice.
I'm still transmitting myself to the children of men, whatsoever that means. Then I say, here you all are, and there I am. There I sit, and here you stand.
In Ulster County, New York, Father Divine has in the past few years carried on his resettlement work. Scores of idle farms, sometimes whole communities, have been turned into divine cooperatives. And to the faithful, they are known collectively as the Promised Land. Here, as in Harlem, Father Divine has put peace on a paying basis. In the Promised Land, there are vacation retreats, where followers, heavy laden with the work of heaven, are refreshed. Because the Ulster County Cooperatives are the basis of his recovery program, they are Father Divine's pet projects. Commuting almost daily between Harlem and the Promised Land, Father Divine goes from project to project in a $25,000 Duesenberg, kept shiny by grateful followers. In the Promised Land, Father Divine sees not only the nucleus of a greater movement to spread peace and joy throughout the nation, but a practical way to furnish his expanding kingdom with a never-ending supply of heaven's most dependable attractions: fried chicken and chops. Of all Hudson River squires, none has been so bitter or so violent toward another squire as anti-New Dealer Howland Spencer has been toward his neighbor Franklin Roosevelt, just across the river. The Spencer-Roosevelt feud dates back to the day when the name of Spencer's estate, Crum Elbow, was appropriated to describe the summer White House. One day this last summer, Howland Spencer calls in reporters to tell them that the dispute over the name Crum Elbow is soon to fall on the shoulders of another.
So I'm turning it over to Father Divine. President Roosevelt encourages the debtor. Father Divine encourages the thrifty. He will not permit anyone who's been on relief and not repaid it to be among his followers. I am backing the Divine deal against the New Deal.
But that the new squire of Crum Elbow will have the blessing of the squire of the New Deal is first vouched for by Walter Winchell.
Flash, Washington. When he learned that anti-New Dealer Howland Spencer sold 500 acres near Hyde Park to Father Divine's Angels, intimates say that FDR smiled and said, "Well, it is good to know we will have some nice neighbors for a change."
Caught in the crossfire of a feud rapidly reaching national proportions, the new squire of Crum Elbow neatly sidesteps the issue.
I have not anything against Mr. Roosevelt. Neither have I anything against Mr. Spencer. If they had any disagreements, it was between them.
Never to be forgotten, so long as legends live, will be the summer day in 1938 when, just across the river from Hyde Park, the Angels overran Old Crum Elbow and transformed the drowsy land of Rip Van Winkle into Father Divine's promised land of peace and joy.
And octillions of blessings, duodecillions of blessings, and decillions of blessings. They are multiplied if you will let them.
Time marches on.